Oh gosh, and here's the shining example of everybody probably sees it right away, but I'm really bad at deduction. So let's see.
Welcome and welcome back, everybody. It's Tia here, and in today's video, we'll be doing a playthrough of Black Sonata. During the playthrough, I will give a tutorial about how the game is played, and be sure you stick around to the end of the video for a review of my thoughts on the game in general. If you've been around and you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe down below. If you enjoyed the video, you can also give it a like to help it reach a wider audience. But without further ado, let's get started.
So here's a game of Black Sonata just about set up and ready to play. You're going to be traveling around the London streets as a detective in the 1600s, trying to deduce and catch Shakespeare's alluded to Dark Lady before time runs out. For setup, you're going to start by placing out the board and placing your detective pawn on one of the locations randomly. You can also take these 7 deduction tokens and the 4 tracker tokens and place them to the side. Next, we have to figure out who our Dark Lady is going to be for this playthrough. You're going to shuffle up the Dark Lady clues, selecting one at random and placing it under where the Dark Lady pile is. Then you're going to take the clue that has the matching icon. So in this case, we'll be playing with the rose, and you are going to place the location key cards on top of it. The rest of the Dark Lady clues will remain off to the side under this card. These clues will help us by showing us which of these icons are going to be similar to our Dark Lady. So we have, for example, that she's a musician of some sort, that she has a child, that she's married. All of these different things will help us deduce who she is before the end of the game. The last thing that we're going to do is prepare the stealth deck. You're going to first take the fog cards and shuffle them and set them to the side. Then you will take the stealth deck and arrange the cards in alphabetical order. I'm going to show you the back of one of these cards for an example. You can see that there are 4 letters on top and 4 slots on the bottom. For an easy game, you're going to use the letters on top and choose one of the locations and place all the cards in alphabetical or reverse alphabetical order. So in this case, I chose the top left for where we're going to be going. Then you are going to cut the deck once and place those cards on the bottom so that she'll start in a random location. The last thing you'll do is take the round checker card and place it at the very bottom. For a standard game, we'll have 2 rounds to solve the mystery of the Dark Lady. During the course of a round, 2 things will happen. Number 1, the Dark Lady will move by revealing a new location of where she could be. So to start with, we know that she is in a rural location. The only 2 rural locations on this map are Shoreditch and Clerkenwell, as indicated by the matching icon. Then on the player's turn, you have 4 options of things you can do. Number 1, you can move to an adjacent location from where you are currently. If this is a location you haven't traveled to previously, you'll go ahead and remove that location key card off the top of the location key deck. Once we get through all of these cards, we'll reveal another clue about who our Dark Lady could be. The second action that you can do is to search for the Dark Lady. So if you think that she is in the same location as you're going to be putting into a fog card to replace this card, checking it against our location card. If we're successful, then we will get a Dark Lady clue. The Dark Lady will flee, and then it will resume. The third action we can do is if one of these aforementioned fog cards is on top of the deck, we can swap it out with a new fog card and gain either a benefit or a negative on the back of the card. So these, in my opinion, are a little bit of a last-ditch resort because you don't know if they'll be very good or quite bad. If we ever run out of fog cards, the lady has slipped away into the night and we will never see her again. The last thing we can do on our turn is simply to pass and bide our time. The explanation for this game, if you haven't seen it before or know anything about it, is a little bit abstract, so I think the best way for us to proceed is just to jump into our first turn so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So the first thing we'll do is have the Dark Lady update her location. So she moved from a rural area to a residence, as we can see by this icon. So from our 2 locations, that means she could move to Blackfriars, Cripplegate, or Bishopsgate, since they're connected to Shoreditch and Clerkenwell and have the matching icon. For our next turn, I think we'll go ahead and move over to Cornhill. Again, we're going to go ahead and take the matching card off of our location deck since we haven't traveled there yet. That'll get us closer to the clue. Basically, we're going around asking about her and finding out more information. All right, back to the Dark Lady. Ooh, and look, she went to a commercial area, which there are 2. However, London Bridge is not near us. So that means that she is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, in Cornhill, hopefully. So now what we're going to do is take the top fog card and swap it with this one without revealing the next card. So I'm going to slide it under and then take this top card off. We are then going to take the location key card, and as you can see, there is a hole punched out. What we're looking for is for the Dark Lady's silhouette to appear, meaning that we have caught her. Him I have lost, thou hast both him and me. He pays the whole, and yet I am not free. And as you can see, the hourglass, or the magnifying glass is filled in, meaning that she is in this location and we're going to get a clue. So the location key card stays, we get rid of this card from the game, and we are going to gain a clue about our Dark Lady. So looking here, we can see that Jacqueline Field has some different traits that we know about her. But these traits are important because they will help us in seeing what she may or may not have in common with our lady. So since there is one next to our rose, that means she has one of these 3 traits in common with our lady, and the other 2 are not. So we're going to go ahead and place these off to the side over, and we'll put them here for now. Okay. The next thing that will happen, whether we're successful or not, is that the Dark Lady will flee. Based on the number of clue cards that are revealed, we are going to go ahead and push the deck forward. So since there's only one, we're going to move one card, and it's important to take them all as a group because she's fleeing. We don't exactly know her exact path, only how far away she's gone. So she's going to flee to a residential area, and then we're going to proceed with her turn, since that's the end of our search action. Okay, and now we know she's going to a tavern, so she's in East Cheap. I think we're going to go to Bishopsgate. Maybe she'll come back around. Unfortunately, we can't just move to East Cheap and search for her, as that would be 2 different actions. So we'll take that and see where she goes next. All right, London Bridge. So she's making her way down south. I think we'll trail after her. Oh wait, that should have been Bishopsgate, and now we're in East Cheap. There we go. All right, and let's see. Then she's going to move again, probably to Southwark, I would think. Oh, or potentially East Cheap. Okay, let's just go to London Bridge. Let's see if we can catch up with her. At some point, she may turn around, or she may have already turned around. We're not quite sure yet, based on these cards. London Bridge or Liberty of the Clink. Okay, I think we're going to continue with this pattern, going to Southwark. The nice part is with this game, the turns in between go super fast because you really just update the card for her on her turn. Okay, so from London Bridge, she can't reach a residential area, meaning that she has to now be at Blackfriars. We're just going to trail after her at Liberty of the Clink and hope she turns around at some point, like I said. We'll see if she comes back this way. Alrighty. And next, oh, she went up to Clerkenwell. Okay, so I guess we're going to Blackfriars next. We are getting a lot of clues, or a lot of location cards out. We only have 4 left before we get an additional clue by default. Okay, and next. Oh, it looks like she's come down to Blackfriars. So we are going to go ahead and search for her here instead of moving or doing anything else. Again, we're going to take a fog card, carefully tuck it under without revealing the location, the next card. We're going to compare this location card to Blackfriars. For I have sworn thee fair and thought thee bright, who art as black as hell, as dark as night. All right, so that is successful. We're going to discard this out of the game, and we get another clue card. So let's see who we get this time. We have Lucy Morgan, and as you can see, she has 2 icons in common with our Dark Lady. So let's see which of these is the same as our Dark Lady. Oh, okay, so it looks like the 2 icons she has in common are 2, and then the one from here is a different one. So that doesn't give us much information now, but hopefully with the 3rd clue card it will. So again, we're going to advance the deck now twice because we have 2 clue cards revealed. So we don't get to know the identity or the symbol on this next card, but we know that she's moving 2 away to a commercial area, which we can't quite get to London Bridge from Blackfriars, so she must be in Cornhill. All right, and then she gets to move again for her turn. We've moved to a residential area, either Bishopsgate or Cripplegate. I think we'll go up to St. Should we go to St. Paul's or should we go up? We'll go to Clerkenwell. How about that? It's kind of hard to get up into that top corner, so we'll just grab it now while we're there. Okay, and next up we have Tavern. Ooh, girls getting tipsy. Okay. I think now we'll move down to Cripplegate. We have Cripplegate, St. Paul's, and Shoreditch. Ugh, that's annoying because they're in two different directions, but we'll see what we can do. Cornhill or London Bridge. Let's go to St. Paul's. She may go there next. We'll see. She couldn't go to Shoreditch next though, so hopefully we'll meet her there. Oh, but there's also a religious site at Southwark, or church there. It's 50-50. I am inclined to play it a little bit more on the safe side because if we travel to these locations or to Shoreditch, we'll get another clue card anyway. And I don't want her to be able to flee without us getting new information. So I think we're just going to move up to Cripplegate, so that we can get to Shoreditch and get another clue next turn. And she will be moving to... Wait, what? Oh no. So it seems we've made an error somewhere because now she should be at a tavern, but there are no taverns nearby. If this was an advanced game, she could stay in the same location, but since this is the easy game, we know she has to move. So she's either in Southwark or Eastcheap. Oh, actually, I think we just forgot to update because our previous card... Oh, so she actually went up to Bishopsgate, perhaps, and then to Eastcheap. Okay, I see what we did wrong there. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and proceed to Shoreditch and get our last location card, which reveals this new clue card. Okay, so we have Elizabeth Vernon. She has one of these icons in common. So it could be the ring, which would mean that it would be no, because then it couldn't be the heart as well and the crown. So I think... Oh gosh, and here's the shining example of everybody probably sees it right away, but I'm really bad at deduction. So let's see. One of these is the same. One of these is the same. So those symbols, it could be the ring, but if it's the ring, then these two symbols would cancel out these because it would be the link, and then we would have to have one more. So it's not the ring. It could be the crown, in which case it's not the heart, or it could be the heart, in which case it's not the crown or the ring. So the only thing that we know for sure, I believe, is that she's not married. It's probably good for Shakespeare. All right, and I think we'll continue on and see how we go. All right, so that was our freebie clue. Now, next time she flees, she's going to be fleeing really far away. So hopefully we can make some progress in that avenue. I'm going to set these over here. Okay. She is going to move to commercial area. Let's move down to Bishopsgate, shall we? Okay, and she's moving to a church, so either Southwark or Bishopsgate. I'm, again, afraid to go anywhere else, so we'll go to Eastcheap. But there's a good chance that she won't be going there next. She's at Liberty of the Clink. So let's go ahead and make our way back around. Maybe we'll catch up to her there. Or she'll go back to Southwark. Oh no, which way do we go? See, this is pretty tricky. I think we want to continue our path to the left. Is that west? Is that actually... I was going to say anatomically correct, but that's not correct. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, yes, so she is going this way. We'll go to Blackfriars and hopefully be meeting her there. Yes, okay. Let's take our fog card. And hopefully this will help us figure out who she is. If we're wrong, it's gonna be a big boo-boo. And we are at Blackfriars. We need to go pretty quickly too, because I think we're just about out of the deck. Okay, so we're gonna flip this card. Hopefully we'll have that silhouette. For I have sworn, the fair and thought, the bright, who art as black as hell, as dark as night. And we are successful. Again, if she wasn't there, we would just see a blank space as opposed to her silhouette in the magnifying glass. So, removing this. Placing this here, we get another clue card. Winifred Burbage. She either has 0 or both in common with Our Lady. So if it were both, it doesn't have two matching, she doesn't have two matching icons with Lucy. So it has to be 0, which means that we can rule out this chain link. We can rule out the rattle, and we can rule out that she's a writer. Oh, which means by default, these 3 have to be the traits that she possesses. Let's make sure that's right. None of these 3 match, so this would be 0. We have 1 matching symbol here. Oh no, we've done something terribly wrong. And 2 matching symbols here. Oh, so it has to be this crown, right? And then the other matching symbol for this card could be a heart. It could be the chain. So it has to be one of these 2, which means it can't be any of these, which means, oh no. And this one has to have 1 in common. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Okay. So because these, what if it's the heart? Oh no, the heart and the link, and then it could be the link and, oh, okay. I think I got it. So let's say, for example, that the one on this icon is the heart that's in common, which means it can't be the crown and it can't be the ring. Okay. Then, oh, we go on to this card. We either have 0, well, let's come back to that in a second. Then we have 1 in common here. So the ring is out, so it has to be the rattle or the ink. Then here we have 2 in common. We know 1 has to be the heart if we go by that logic. And we know it's not the crown, so it has to be the link. And then in this case, we have 1 in common, which can't be either of these. So the heart, like we had said. And with this one, we have the link, and then it has to be one of these 2. So not the music note. If it's 2 in common. And I think everything else fits quite nicely with that. For this one, yeah, same thing. It has to be one of those 2. Okay, so I think all of those clues match. Oh, that hurt my brain a little bit there. But I think we got it. I had the wrong assumption that the crown was the characteristic that was on both, which is why it didn't add up. All right, so we know it's one of these 2. We'll set those to the side. Now she's going to flee. She's going to run away the top 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, being very careful not to show. Oh, so this will flip under to a 1 next. This is kind of tricky to do in the midst of that. So that'll become a 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, meaning she's going 4 locations away to a residential. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. She could go 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much anywhere I think she could loop back around to with that many movements. Oh my goodness. So now we have no idea where she is, but we're so close to figuring out who she is. And in order for us to win, we not only have to get her characteristics correct, but we have to meet her in a location, search, find her, and then confront her with those 3 traits and have them be correct. And we're already halfway through. Okay, so she's moving to, where did we catch her first? I don't even remember. I feel like it was one of her first locations, maybe Cornhill, but I'm not sure. So we're going to continue on. So she goes 2 away to one of these locations. The only one that wouldn't work with is Liberty of the Clink, because she was at Blackfriar. She go 1, 2, or Liberty of the Clink. Yeah, these other ones are all 2 away from each other. Maybe we should move to St. Clerkenwell, St. Paul's? I'm not sure. Someone with a better memory would remember her path and where she was, but I don't. So now she's at Eastcheap, I believe, because she's at a tavern. Okay. And then I think we'll go to Cornhill. Nope, she went down to London Bridge. I think we'll go to Eastcheap now because I have a feeling, I remember she was very thirsty. So she may be coming back. We'll go to London Bridge. Ah, yes. Maybe she at Liberty of the Clink or London Bridge. I'll go to Southwark and see. No, she's at Blackfriars? What? Now let's go to Liberty of the Clink. I do remember trailing after her, and I thought we had caught up to her, but maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, and this is where we caught her again. I don't think it was Blackfriars, but I'm not sure. So maybe she's at Cripplegate. We'll go to St. Paul's. All right, let's see. And then she's at so she could be in Clerkenwell. She could be at St. Paul's. Let's go to Blackfriars and see. No, she went to Cornhill. We're very quickly running out of time here. Let's go down and circle down a ways. We'll see if we can catch her on the south side. Again, I'm not sure how accurate this map is. So whether she's actually, this is south, I'm not sure. Cornhill or London Bridge. I have a feeling she's at London Bridge, but I'm really hesitant to guess because again, Central Fleet, she'll be super far away. So maybe let's go to Southwark. Oh no, she could be anywhere. Let's go to Liberty of the Clink. Oh no. Eastcheap, Southwark. Why did we move so far away? Let's just stay here. London Bridge or Cornhill. Let's go to Southwark again. Oh my gosh. I think we just have to search. No, let's go to Liberty of the Clink. Hey, okay. I knew we would catch her there eventually. Hopefully I did that all correctly. We're going a little fast, but let's check Liberty of the Clink. We need our fog card. We have plenty of those left, luckily, because we haven't searched very much. Okay, and hey, she's there. Only my plague thus far, I count my gain. That makes me sin, awards me in pain. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Okay, and let's get our hopefully final clue card. Okay, 0 or 2 in common with this. So we know it's not the music note, so it has to be the link and the rattle. So now we have hopefully correctly deduced who our Dark Lady is or which traits we're looking for. Now we simply have to find her and unveil who she is. So that is our 5th clue card. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she is at a house location, which again, I'm pretty sure in 5 movements can be just about anywhere. I'm not going to go through and bore y'all with the details. Oh, okay. So now it will be the 0. When that's revealed, we are out of time. And if we haven't caught her by then and revealed her identity, we lose the game. And then she's either in Shoreditch or Clerkenwell, the only 2 rural areas. Okay. Oh, we should have gone next. Blackfriars. All right, so she's either at Cripplegate or Blackfriars. I'm really hesitant to continue. I'm gonna go down to Liberty of the Clink. Of course, it's a mystery. And then I just waited on my turn. We just passed. She's at a location, so 2 away. So she could now be at any of these 3. Oh, this is the same pattern from before. A smarter person, again, would remember. I think it was more north and east because I remember that I came down here and that was not correct. So let's make our way around. Or am I doing the same thing again and just talking myself in circles? Eastcheap. I'm gonna go to London Bridge. Hey, she's on London Bridge. Okay, this could be it. So, fog card in case we're unsuccessful. And then we're gonna check this with London Bridge and hopefully I haven't made an error in my deduction somewhere, both in her location and in her traits. Therefore, I lie with her and she with me, and in our faults by lies, we flattered be. So she is here. It's the moment of truth. Okay, search action. We'll reveal and see if we have 3 matching icons. Is she Mary Fritton? No! What? How does that work? Oh no. Well, we were close. I was right the first time with the crown. I don't know how I got that mixed up with the heart, but apparently our black lady is Mary Fitton. And we were so close. She does have a child. She is linked to us, but she also has, she's not amorous. She has a relationship to the court. So we were very, very close in deducing who she is. We did still have, another just under a third of the game to perhaps sway the tides in our favor. But unfortunately, the Dark Lady, at least to us, is lost.
So there you have it. That is a solo playthrough of Black Sonata. I'll start by saying that I put off trying this game for so long because I didn't believe it was possible to make a single player hidden movement deduction style game. One of the first games that I got into when I was first back into the hobby was Letters from Whitechapel, and I really love that deduction element, even if I'm not very good at it. So when I heard about Black Sonata, I thought there's no way that's possible that they can kind of take all of that tension and condense it down into a game for a single player. But I have to say, once I purchased this game and tried it, I played it, I think 3 or 4 times that day, and then like 2 times the next day as well, because I was so intrigued. And a lot of times something like having a little hole in the key card and, having the secret movements can be a really interesting mechanic, but in a lot of games I think it falls short and ends up being a little gimmicky to where there might be a lot of luck or it doesn't really integrate with the core mechanics. There's not a lot of strategy or manipulation that you can do as a player. However, in Black Sonata, that's definitely not the case. The mechanics are so solid. Everything is integrated very well. I would say the only thing that I can think is that if you are a little bit better at deduction than I am, and perhaps have a really good memory, then the basic game might be easy, but then that's why there are hidden movements as well. So I think for most anyone that is a fan of deduction and who enjoys solo gaming, this is a great one to add to your collection. Again, the mechanics are so unique. It's not like anything else I've ever seen, especially in a solo game. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, please feel free to let me know. I did pick up The Fair Youth, which is the expansion for Black Sonata. So if you're interested in seeing me delve into this, I'll definitely be reading the rules, hopefully very soon, and getting it to the table. Leave a comment if you'd like to see that or any other solo games. But that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed the video, again, please feel free to subscribe down below and leave a like on the video. It really helps out the channel and it's free. Thanks again so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.